Red Bull Homeground 2023. Who's taking it? It's time to find out. Tom, Mitch, let's do this.
Well, one last time, we're jumping into a map. This time it's Haven, where Cloud9 started this tournament and where Cloud9 will end it. Last time, it was a bittersweet loss. Now, it's a bittersweet start. 2 kills already as Fnatic thinned out. The crowd might be behind them. The advantage in this round most certainly is as well. 5 versus 3, the A site open and a retake to be played, it seems.
Yeah, the fact is, we questioned if Oxy could keep it going all the way through this series. Those questions have been answered map to map to map, all the way to number 5. But Fnatic have an afterplant. Derke, been here many a time, lifted many a trophy. Doesn't want to let this pistol round go. They've been important in this series. Somehow, Oxy gliding down, but it's his teammates to clear this one up.
So much to say about such a young gun, but he's got so much more to show us. We might not even need to say it. Investment is light from Fnatic. Not a ton of weaponry, but they've gone for 3 stingers alongside Chronicle and Boaster having upgraded pistols. A good chance if they can group up, but their opponents had the very same idea.
Oh, it's a slaughter.
Hey.
Aftershock even going to catch out Leo, and now Chronicle. Last man standing. You got to be careful when he's about, but Vanity. There's only a couple of members from the last roster still remaining. You couldn't tell.
No, you really can't. They're playing so clean.
Here we go. The man of the moment, the man of the hour. He's not expecting Leo to be that close. Unfortunately, not the start they were looking for. Risks taken in this one. That was one of the 2 rifles that they have. Vanity's actually bought all the way down as well, so there might actually be some damage to their economy if at least 1 gun isn't kept over. Fnatic, of course, losing another pistol and follow-up. It's definitely not been one of their stronger suits so far in this series, or the tournament for that matter. Either way, aggressive push from Curry. Bear in mind, that's the other rifle. He's the one looking to try and get something done with this Vandal. Taking the pressure away from that C site, or at least you'd think. They're still showing some presence towards that garage, which holds Vanity in place.
I like the idea here. The nano's quite deep. It's planned for the very same dash that we just saw come through. Derke took some space. He was met by a nano, but he dodged it perfectly. Sneaky play by Chronicle. He's already through on A. Flash comes in. That allows him to almost dodge it, get out of the way, but Xeppaa hunts him down, relentless in his pursuit of his opponent. As Curry, he didn't see the barrel, just missing it by a pixel. And Derke has his teammate covered. Ooh. He's got everything covered.
Right there. Anime battle here in Japan. And not a bad place to do it, I guess.
You see, we just had a crowd shot there with one of the Fnatic logos, and it's actually ran out of battery in the power bank. Understandable when they've been here this long.
It's been a while.
It's been a long day, and that starts to show, you know, these players, maybe they lose some of their battery as well. Some energy goes down. They're trying to pursue the player on the back of the site with no idea that Curry is here as well. He's able to pick up one as Jake steps up to the plate for a little bit of extra support, but he can't hold the site all by himself. He's isolated and overwhelmed eventually, leaving Chronicle in 25 HP, and the timing could not be better. You saw Vanity in the X-ray staring at that angle, and the second he turned his attention to the site, Chronicle turned on him, taking a quick kill and leaving Xeppaa to do it all. And even the recon to lock in his position, confirming exactly where he is, and a sneaky swing from Boaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Breach utility on the way back through as well, by the way. Yeah, that would have been massive. It's these small things that can decide it often. Hell, you know, Fnatic deserved to win around by an inch after what happened to them earlier on. Maybe Karma's starting to level out on them. For Fnatic, the attack side is very much trained in on A, but Tom, I'm starting to see a lot of movement from C9 towards this A side of the map. It looks like they are expecting the push to come down here. A good read based on, well, virtually nothing. A gamble, perhaps, and it looks like they're coming up with a good result.
With this buy, you might understand why.
Yeah.
It's pistols on the board for C9. They've got to take a risk. Normally, especially on a map like Haven, the 3 sites, I'm sure many of you have noticed, make that gamble a lot harder, but they are in the right place at the right time. Although the spike starts to fall back a little bit with the kills coming through, it's relatively even, but that weaponry now starting to show its muscle. And Oxy, try as he might, is unable to do much more. Jake has himself the Guardian, but he won't get any
for the squad that's going into it with the round win at their back. So slowing down C9, disrupting them like that, stealing the lead out from under their nose. It's all good, but now here comes the off to change the game. Oxy doesn't land the shot. Now he's being hunted down. Every piece of utility going his way. Derke's dropped the Blade Storm out of play. Look how low Oxy is.
Yeah.
He got hit by literally everything, but now he's going to be healed right back up. And a second wind indeed found here for the operator, but Curry went running. He went diving into the site to try and take that fight. That's unfortunate for Oxy. Xeppaa, even stunned up is good. He's 2 HP. The shock dart, the turret, everything coming for him. And does he even go for it? At this point, 1 versus 2. They've got full HP, they've got post-plant, they've even got a shock dart that could finish him off. He needs to hit heads immediately. They'll just swing this together. That's all they need to do. The steps are heard, they know he's close. The wide swing from Leo, and the trade.
3 matches have Fnatic lost in 2023.
You could see that C9 were definitely not all smiles during that pause. EMEA definitely seemed to be wearing the stress quite well, but
God.
I don't know how it's gonna fare after that. Oxy, the star of C9, picked off right off rip. Now it's a low buy round for C9, putting it in context with pistols, and that was the Guardian there, but it's going to be recovered by Vanity, so still in the round. The reality is you're starting to see C9 wear down mentally. Battling against that, of course, something they're more than capable of, but that pause was to reset mentality. Pistols here, not around they're expected to win. When they want to do damage for a bit of housekeeping, you know, Fnatic's economy has gone crazy. They want to make this one close, if anything, or they're going to be sitting on max credits for some players.
But this is the scary thing, because the common, the almost meme that we've been making throughout this entire series, C9 start strong, Fnatic come back. C9 start strong, Fnatic come back. Fnatic starting strong is a scary, scary prospect for map number 5. Because we're yet to see if C9 have that comeback gene.
What?
Nice shot from Jake at least to put down Derke, who it just seems to be on a tear at this point.
That seems to be ever extending. C9, credits invested, 4 ultimates here and now. This is where they need to make their stand.
Oxy looking to roam around middle. As with the previous map, Fnatic are very happy to play the extremities and then switch it up at the last second and back into B. Seems like that's something that C9 don't want to allow to happen this time out, but it is so passive from Fnatic. I think after, even though it wasn't necessarily this pause, just after that, they've realized, okay, we've managed 5 rounds in a row. C9 have to change something. They have to try and be a little bit more aggressive, have to try and challenge for map control. So let's just be that little bit more patient as well with so much in terms of ultimates. You'd expect it. And you thought for a moment that Oxy was going to be caught off guard, but no. He's got that opener for his team.
Xeppaa, on the other hand, has been caught off guard. Big kill by Derke. They look set to take the A site further into the round. That might be where C9 start to rotate, but that could be a mistake. There's still players left behind like Alfajer. He knows an alarm bot on the other side. Gotta watch out for it.
Look at the time.
Because he could get an angle to swing through. 24 seconds, lockdown in play from the defenders, but they have gone back to Alpha. They want to push through, I thought, to the B
He's
side.
got Rolling Thunder. If he hits
15?
the spike with the Rolling Thunder, this could all be over. No, they're going to try and go back to B again.
10 seconds left.
And he's got that Rolling Thunder still in play. Might be able to stop this. Boaster has to stick it. He basically has to die, and he will. It's been denied just by utility alone. The genius of Vanity strikes again.
Of oversight, Tom, and even with that, the aftershock was all that was needed.
Yeah, I think Fnatic maybe just realizing that going back to C now, you're getting Rolling Thunder and you're not going to be able to plant, so just hoping that maybe Vanity was elsewhere. It's an aggressive push up though, the stun, again the utility is just sublime, but Chronicle He is ready to help defend his teammates. That breach util has honestly been the bane of Fnatic's life over the last couple of rounds, but this time they've stabilized. The early aggression of C9 is not going to do too much. And that's the thing. They're high-impact ults used in the last round. Okay, you still have a Cosmic Divide for retake. You still can spot your opponents with the Seekers. But more so looking at that lockdown. How will they be able to deny it? Well, that might help.
Well, it might. Lockdown and play for the attackers has come to fruition. There's no denying it. That plant is coming through. For C9, it's the idea to try and fight back. Afterwards, you've had a Cosmic Divide used, but a bit of an interruption as Vanity goes down. And now you lose your breach utility, use your burst to get back in towards the site. Still, that Cosmic will be up if they can manage to isolate the site players. The problem is everyone's on the site. Chronicle is everyone. 4 kills. All that they needed in this round was that man. Decent buy, a decent opportunity to fight back. Fnatic just with the Rolling Thunder as a safety net. We'll see what Oxy can do. This guy's been unbelievable so far. If he can have a round here, that might push them back into things.
Well, they've been stunned, they've been tagged, they've been spotted by the Tiger. Rolling Thunder is just used to push them back, but they have no plans to go this way. Running into Vanity has definitely been one of the only issues that Fnatic has faced so far, but they are going to do it again. Sell an idea towards this A site, and then just go straight into B. Now, in terms of ultimates, they've got nothing to play with. The push already coming in from behind them, but Alpha will have heard it. He's definitely heard everything that Oxy is doing. And a bit of an unorthodox position. Well, it's an easy kill for Alpha. Clearing him from this spot is going to be difficult. The rest of the team fighting tooth and nail within the site, and well, they still haven't managed to kill this man off, and even if they do, the rest of Fnatic are holding strong. Xeppaa's still just trying to fight for Alpha. He's throwing nanos in the spawn. It's just irritating to try and get this man out of position, and that is the round done and dusted. C9, they couldn't even take back their opponent's spawn, let alone get anywhere near the site.
I love the idea as well for Alpha to be in this. We said they needed to make a comeback. That previous round was the opportunity for them. Again, we're going to have a couple of weapons here. The Rolling Thunder was burned up by Fnatic, so no safety nets to fall back on, but they haven't needed them so far.
No, it's been the one round that C9 managed to take other than the first two was off ultimates. That was what they had to play with. Nice from Oxy, but it is instantly traded. Jake needs to find something on long. Ooh, it's getting dicey. Boaster's taking a bit of damage, and actually Jake goes pushing. It's so risky, but it works. He hears the reload, knows that he's got an opportunity. Curry as well. This time they have an advantage, so one and done, not too bad, but he can't afford to just go down to Derke. But this time he catches him off guard, looking for a little bit more, flash blinded, and he will fall. But the rest of the team are hightailing it in towards that site. They should be here to respond.
The plant shouldn't be deniable. It looks like Chronicle's trying to just double check. There's no one a little bit too close. That stun has caught everyone. Flash returns the favor. Chronicle only good for one, but it's Leo on his third of the round. That's where it stops.
Of Haven especially just gives you those opportunities to blitz your way through. He's got a rifle for backup, and he may even just opt to push that pressure in onto Curry. He was someone who was able to push up in the last round and really caused them issues. It may have only been a singular kill, but it was the time it bought on rotations.
What?
Wow! There's not many people who do that to Alpha, yeah.
Hunter's Fury's almost got him. It's missed him just about. Okay, Derke, nice shot. They know there's still one towards short. And they found out exactly where he is! What is that from Curry? 3 shots, headshots across the board, through walls, through smokes. Nothing can stop him. And now he's gone running to get a heal. You put him down to 4 HP and he's right back up again. Also got the lockdown online. Yeah, he can use this to deny that A control. 45 seconds left. as Fnatic will eventually look to push forward. They expect to fight. They're clearing their angles. They're checking. Is there a player on short? Backside, heaven, where's the fight? It's nowhere. It's nowhere to be found because they know the second they hear that tap up, now it's time to pop the lockdown, and you're in a lot of trouble. They still have smokes to play with. Potentially, if we get stars back online for Jake, I assume he pulled some back, unless it was a dump of utility earlier on, which I guess there very well could have been. We'll find out the answer to that question later on, and I guess the answer is there. They're swinging the angles, they're taking the fight.
It's already done.
It's an easy defuse indeed. Chronicle was detained by the lockdown, left with
cleanest shots I've seen all day. Is about to kick off. Fnatic manning that defensive side, and the charge being taken in towards C by Cloud9.
Oh well, the attempted charge is slowed down.
So much damage.
A stun in a laneway, shots fired back, and players that can barely move. A cocktail that results in Fnatic having a clear advantage. As the push comes in on backside, attempting to hunt down Boaster. They didn't account for Leo being here as well. There's so many players from Fnatic. They deterred the C push and didn't feel the need to rotate.
Spike down.
Now with just Vanity on 12 HP, the advantage is palpable. It's not really very likely that much is found, and with Fnatic potentially having another pistol under their belt, we'll get there in the end.
Maybe just Stinger with a 9 instead of an E.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. XX underscore either side of it. Yes, now we're talking. Nice shot for Derke. Looks like he's got one of those old clan names, the way he's hitting those quick scopes. Beautiful stuff. Heal up on Vanity as well, who was unlucky enough to catch a stray. Been a tough start for C9 in this force buy. Not where you want to be losing players off rip. The numbers are the main advantage that you have in fights. Those numbers are quickly thinning out. Another shot hit. This time it's Xeppaa, who doesn't have the luxury of being able to get healed up.
But that's the thing as well. We've seen these force buys come through for C9, but 9 times out of 10, they've been successful. The other side of the coin, if you fail in these sort of rounds, is you basically do damage to your own economy. You give Fnatic an even larger lead. And for the most part, we've never even seen these rounds be competitive. They've just blitzed opponents with their pace. This time, well, Jake's gonna do the same again. Curry, in fact, has found another. I don't know how they make these rounds so competitive every single time. The dart from Leo lets them know that they're still there, but they've made the perfect read. Start doubling back. The man of the moment, though, Derke, is ready and waiting. He's going to go wrapping back round the timing, everything. Derke's still fighting strong, and he's got Leo alongside him.
Fnatic, they look like they're on double digits already. It's a formality, a matter of closing it out. We'll see if C9 can interrupt, dilute the script into something a little bit more chaotic.
Oxy going down early in the last round definitely made things that little bit more difficult. As said, one of the major parts of this defensive side for Fnatic is dealing with Alpha in towards that C site. I honestly think this might be the map where he thrives the most. One of the reasons that this map became a strength for Fnatic. Alongside just comfort. Look at the push already. Coming in from Derke. It's messier than what we've seen so far. After a clean prior round, the counter flash is strong, but although damage is done, the kill hasn't come through. The lurk, well, you're not, I was gonna say you're not getting away with that one, but somehow Curry got a lot further than I was expecting. And while C9 are hoping for a gap, but they are hightailing it right into Boaster.
30 seconds
Boaster
left.
only has the Stinger, though. It's the weakest weapon that they're bringing to the table. Luckily, he's got support. They stand strong together with the SMGs. Damage done, 13 left on Vanity. Man advantage to Fnatic. Matter of closing it out with the shock dart, taking that. So much damage.
The opponents, Fnatic, just 3 rounds away from winning in Tokyo again.
No pause. They've got their game plan, man. I expected a timeout from C9 coming into such an important round. They're going hell for leather.
Here.
The attack side wants to take it towards the A side by the looks of things. But it's Derke who's consistently picking off players around this angle. And he's here yet again. Jake down, that's a huge kill. Smokes down and out. And pushing on Haven without smokes, that's going to be one hell of a challenge, especially if they decide to commit to this A site. Still 3 players here, and one of them being Chronicle, utility ready to pop up top. There's the flash, there's the peek, and there's the execution. Oxy's down, and Derke's just waiting for Curry to step through this smoke. In a few seconds, it should be fading away, giving Derke the opportunity now at the off angle. There it is! And that's not a shot he's likely to miss today or any day.
No, especially not with the way he's been playing. Maybe a quiet map in the mix, but Derke still proving why he's one of the best. I don't think he really needs to prove it at this point. Nobody's got him ranked 21 anymore. You like that one?
I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that one.
And they're just going to say, the thing is, even with the coverage of A-Site being so strong, you would have had to get through Alfajer and his utility anywhere else on the map, and the rotations would have been far too quick.
They only get better. Like fine wine over time. This team just keeps on improving. For C9, it's been a beautiful run here. They have shown us some incredibly high-level gameplay. They've shown us some new prospects that are now just prospects. For Curry, as well as a stand-in, he's been phenomenal to watch, fitting into this role, playing your lurker, playing your anchor, and doing it to near perfection. The Tiger is heard moving towards A. The info is there with a pick onto Jake. That's the spike down. It's not going to be unrecoverable, but as they attempt to take mid control, they lose another player. Their flank protection out of the round. No smokes, no entry, no hope, one would say, as C9, having invested everything, they've barely done a lick of damage to Fnatic. Certainly nothing that can truly be felt. And although Vanity finds the C side open, they still need to reunite with him. The 5 HP breach alone and isolated. Derke has the timing of a god, dropping Xeppaa in spawn, leaving the spike down, and leaving Vanity with no hope of claiming this.
Enough of a rank grind that this would just be his
warm-up.
His warm-up for the day.
It's a normal day. Don't worry about it.
He doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat on that stage. He is peaked at the perfect time, and it is looking like the beginning of the end. A nice job from Oxy. Blade Storm online. Xeppaa, the SMG king, will give them an advantage. Leo's shock darts always do damage. Oxy's going to try and get up close.
Again.
But already it's causing them problems. Nice work from Jake to keep this one alive. Chronicle and Leo to try and clutch this. Make it just Leo, but he's done it before, and he's looking to do it again. He's found a second, and he gets all 3! What on earth is that from Leo?
He had no right. No right. It's not even the first time he's made it happen in this series.
No.
He does it again and again.